Standard 3.1, ISTE Criterion 8. Implement learning experience for students to be empathetic and socially responsible. Create experiences for learners to make positive, socially responsible contributions and exhibit empathetic behavior online that build relationships and community. For Artifact 6, I completed 3 mini lessons that encompassed digital citizenship. For Lesson 1, I implemented Think Before You Post when promoting students being empathetic and socially aware online. I reflected on these questions. Are students aware of consequences that they can face for posting inappropriate pictures and posts? Do students have the reflection tools that they can use to help them pause before posting? And does posting affect other people in the community? Students were taught to examine their digital footprint and online behavior. The focus question was examining the steps that students could take to make wise decisions when posting. Misinterpreting others' messages causes problems in communication. The lesson shared with students the importance of working hard to communicate with others through clarity, empathy, and understanding. Students need to be empathetic to others and to understand that miscommunication can occur between the sender and receiver. The focus was to learn how to communicate with others, to clearly understand what they are saying and avoid miscommunication. The goal of the teacher was to create experiences for learners to make positive and socially responsible contributions. Displaying empathetic behavior online will build relationships and community. The class viewed the NetSmarts video stories on how to be socially responsible and empathetic. Mitosis shared how misinformation can spread through cell phone usage. Two Kinds of Stupid portrayed a high school senior who posted pictures that caused him to lose a scholarship and his credibility with his friends. Split Decisions showed how you can respond to situations positively or negatively. It can create friendships or destroy them. Post to be Private taught how students can change settings on their computers and phones to the privacy settings to protect themselves. Your Photo Fate relayed how to be socially empathetic to other people. Consider others before you post pictures. I used to think that people didn't listen, but now I understand that there could be a variety of communication distractions and misunderstandings. Artifact 6, Standard 3.3, Criterion 10. Mentor students in safe, ethical, and legal use, including intellectual property. Mentor students in the safe, ethical, and legal practice with digital tools and protection of intellectual rights and property. For Artifact 6, Lesson 2 mentored students to be safe, ethical, and legal when using digital tools. The class studied the First Amendment freedoms, focusing on speech and writing. My objective was to teach students the ethical and legal responsibilities that they should practice as digital learners. Most importantly, students studied why ethics is important and how they could apply them in the digital world. A lesson was reviewed on cybersecurity methods and principles. The Cyber Patriots website was used to train students in the cybersecurity and online safety methods. To understand more about ethics, we reviewed the learning objectives. The overall goal was to teach students to become cyber patriots, which is a patriot who learns how to become cyber aware and how to combat cyber issues. We also explored the use and practice of intellectual rights and property. Another method that we investigated was how to be aware of threats on devices and how to take steps to avoid them. We researched the threats on social media, online enticement, live streaming, and smartphones. Students identified and followed safety procedures when working with production and computer equipment. They performed safe practices when working on assignments. They learned employability skills required by business and industry. Creative Commons was explained and shared with the class. It is an American nonprofit organization and an international network devoted to educational access and expanding the range of creative works available for others to build upon to share legally. Journalism students learned about fair use, which gives users the right to use copyrighted material without permission under certain circumstances. This law is vital for AV Tech students since they are creating and working with music, pictures, and videos. Students learned that they should often change their passwords. Malware was introduced and how to protect your computer against viruses. Passphrases can keep your information safe. As the teacher, I collaborated and co learned with students to discover and use new digital resources and diagnose and troubleshoot technology issues. Standard 3.4, Criterion 11, Model Responsible Use, including protection of digital identity and personal data. Model and promote management of personal data and digital identity and protect student data privacy. The National Society for Technology and Education, or ISTE, states that students need to manage their personal data to maintain digital privacy and security and become aware of data collection technology used to track their navigation online. The focus question in my class was how can I, as a teacher, model data privacy to my students and help them to implement safety on their devices? Questions that I had students ask themselves were, what are the dangers and risks that can invade privacy? Have you ever had a breach of your data? What did you do or who did you get to help you? What actions can you take to ensure that your devices are protected? The objective was to teach students how to be aware of threats on their devices and how to take steps to avoid them. Students learned that a digital trail is the trail of data that they leave behind when using technology. Students watched a video about an individual's digital trail. What's in your digital footprint? What is student data? You may or may not think of empowerment when you think of data. The class was introduced to the NetSmarts website, which teaches elementary, middle, and high school students online digital safety. The website is part of a digital tool provided by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. The website offers resources, tools, videos, and a helpline for those who have online problems. Blogs are available that tell stories of successes and failures. NCMEC is designed to educate students on online safety through various means, such as cell phones, email policies, internet safety tips, live streaming, online enticement, oversharing, online privacy, smartphones, social media, and web surfing. There is a crisis phone number and many resources to help students in need.